Good afternoon and welcome everybody once again here at the final game of the Dufferbet RCA T10 Men's 2024. Challengers winning the toss and electing to bowl first. Ball number 1 goes to the boundary ropes. Team Iprc starting the game on high confidence. Mohammad Nadir bowling the initial over here. Izai Nyumugao, first ball boundary, there is a slip in place. Lots of width on offer there, and Izai dispatches that through extra cover region for a boundary. A dream start for Team IPRC in this final game. Change of sides. Once again, goes hard at it, but there is protection in the deep. Will be just a single there. Mohammad Nadir being welcomed by a boundary first ball and a single second, and now we've got Manishimu Oscar, two aggressive batsmen of Team IPRC out there in the middle. Just 2 balls and 5 runs on board. Projected score, as you can see, 150. Sounds staggering. And a quicker one. It has been hit through the fielder's legs there at covers, but lovely recovery by Zapibi Benimana. He doesn't give up on the chase and goes all the way with it. Lovely quick delivery this time around, and a dotted delivery it is for Mohammad Nadir. Interesting to see, last time these two sides faced each other, Team IPRC had the upper hand. Now they meet once again in the final. A sweep and a miss there by Manishimu Oscar, just dragging him out of the reach. Final delivery of the over left here. Much fuller this time around. Goes through the fielder's hands there. It's just a, it's all a matter of who keeps their patience here. You get to see both sides, best of the best, in the finals of Runner Cricket Association Duffabet Men's T10. There you see the dugout anxiously looking upon the next man in with double bats over there, ready to come and pump. There is the standings table. Challengers having lost just one game. So did Team Iprc. But the difference is the net run rate 2.4 and 1.7. Martin Akayezu coming from the pavilion end now. Started off with spin and now with pace attack. Let's wait and see. Will Isai be stopped in his attempt to piling up runs by Martin Akayezu? There is a deep third man put in place there for Martin Akayezu. At times, it happens to slip through the gloves of the keeper as well, given his express pace. Ball number one. Starts off with a single. Isai trying to get out of the way. I beg your pardon, Manishima Oscar getting out of the way and rotating the strike, bringing young Isai on strike now. And of course, I'm not alone here in the commentary box. Alongside me is my co-commentator, Enoch, who's been having a brilliant day out here doing commentary. You are out there in the middle. How do you think both sides are taking on each other here? Powerfully hit. The chase is on. Will it reach the boundary ropes? Yes, it will. Beautiful looking shot by the blade of Isai. Just angling the pace of Martin Akayezu, piercing the gap through point and gully there on the ground. Beautiful looking shot. Lovely hands through the ball. This is some sort of batting, some sort of an assault by Team IPRC. They know Challengers do have quality batsmen in their side. They need to pile up as many runs as possible, especially making good use of the power play. The first 2 overs. And you can see the moment it touches the bat, they run away for a single.
Isai Nyemugo doesn't take long to show you what you have got in his kit, in his bag. Look at the dedication. Martin charging in. Oscar goes harder.
And a no ball for overstepping, something that Martin Akayezu is guilty of plenty of times. It's something that he needs to work on deeply with his game. It's very, very necessary for pace bowlers to get comfortable with their landings and their foot steppings. A free hit it is. Manishimwe Oscar now on strike, receiving a free hit from Martin Akayezu. Free hit resulting into just a single there. 9 runs have come, 10 runs have come off this over so far. 2 deliveries left. A big over, I must say. The IPRC is causing early damage. Swing and a miss. Extra pace, extra bounce on offer this time. You can see the frustration by Isai. He knows he missed out on that. He was trying to uppercut that bouncing delivery by Martin. At the moment, picking singles very, very comfortably is Team IPRC. Challenges there. Need to find a way to restrict the flow of runs. You can see the entire IPRC unit. The next few batsmen coming in, ready. So the message is clear to all of them. They will be attempting to hit as many balls as possible. And that's why most of their batsmen are ready, padded up in case a wicket goes down. And the player of the match of the semi-finals, Stephen Wabose, now coming into the attack. Let's wait and see what does his experience bring for Team Challengers as he comes to bowl in from the airport end. Very exciting youngster, Isai. He's on 11 off 6 deliveries.
Steve Wawose coming to the river. His first over in this innings. And Isai goes for scoop. Salem chasing the ball. And the comfortably IPRS players managed to get twos. That was not a bad start from Steve Wabose. Isai goes for a cut, and unfortunately, catch is taken. Isai being the unluckiest. This is what Zed have been saying.
There you can see Isai Numugabo going for a shot one too many, trying to throw his bat at everything. It always creates more opportunity for losing your wicket every time you attempt to take on. And again, the experience of Stephen Wabose, the man with the golden arm, the man that can do no wrong, picks up yet another wicket. And again, identical figures to that he bowled in the morning. 2 runs and a wicket in his previous game. He was on 3 runs when he picked up his first wicket. Excellently done by Stephen, bringing his side back into the competition, and that has opened one port of the innings. What should you saying? MA. 10 matches, 9 innings, 195 runs to his name. Hits it down the ground. There is protection. Mohammad Nadir picks it up and restricts it to just a single. The target here and the goal by Team IPRC staff management is to go at 10 per over. Once again, powerfully hit down the ground. It will be just a single. And again, that's the thing about hitting hard down the ground. If you hit it hard, it goes into the hands of the fielder in the deep very quick, which allows you to pick up just a single. But however, if you time it and it goes around the 30 to 45 yard area, there are higher chances of you as a batsman picking up a double. So it's also about the placement and the pace at which you strike the ball. You've got to be watchful. It's not guesswork. You've got to put it in the right areas for you to push hard for those doubles. This time goes the aerial route, getting underneath it, and catch has been taken. Wicket number 2 for Stephen Wambose. Coming back into the competition is Team Challengers. Team Iprc batsmen feel challenged by the bowlers of Team Challengers here. Mucho Disenge MA, just one run and of 2 deliveries. Is a man who spends an entire day in the nets. Couldn't spend 5 minutes at the crease. And that's the end of his RCA Duffabet T10. Not quite sure where he was targeting that ball. Went down on one knee and just scooped it into the safest hands in the field. Zapi Bimenyimana. He does not drop those. Second wicket down. And now Gumyisenge Daniel, the man who hit a six off the very second delivery in his semi-final earlier on. Exciting youngsters. Every single player in this final is exciting, courtesy of Duffabet and RCA. Such young talents, such experienced players bringing in the flavor. Now facing his Manishima Oscar. Again, very quick individuals between the wickets, these two. This is going to be one of the key partnerships if they are to pile up some more runs on the board. And as of the afternoon, after the heavy sunshine, Enoch, you can see the outfield is getting a bit batting friendly. It's rolling off a bit easier than it was in the morning.
Not only the outfield, but also the pitch, being friendly with the bowlers. This is what you have been saying. He also goes up for the first delivery. Score on the board is now 25 runs off 3.2 overs. Siraj is the man who is into the attack. Look at that tricky shot. That was a Oscar trying to go for the second one, but Daniel was the one who was coming into the danger zone and he managed to say no. Siraj is trying to fight for his team. Now having Daniel back on the strike. Also goes hard to the extra covers region. But he finds a protection there. My goodness. That was swing and miss. But also look at the skills of the wicketkeeper, making no mistake, trying to stamp him. But also Oscar is not giving a chance. As well as they have lost their two crucial wickets. MM Singh is gone. And also their opening batter is Eniom Gao. In the previous T10 league, Oscar was the batter of the tournament. 4 overs down now. Score on the board is 27, 2 wickets down. You can see the trophies in the pavilion and also the National team captain. National team captain Clinton with Eric Sigismana. They was here for the semi-finals, but they rose to Iprc, not allowing them to get to the finals. They were hoping to qualify to the finals, but unfortunately, Iprc won the battle, and now they are at the finals. But also, they are being challenged by challengers. Bubbles coming back into the attack. We have Daniel on the strike. Then he goes hard straight down the ground, but finding a protection there. I can see that they are not now playing with the sky. Once they know that Zappi is there and he's one of the safest hand, Oscar tries to step out and goes straight down the ground once again. The same ball, same fielder, and also the same result, taking a single. Then goes hard on the right side region, but fortunately he finds Martin there protecting the rope and would not allow him to get his first boundary. Oscar placing that, and due to poor communication, Daniel said, "No, I'm the one who is coming in the dangerous zone. The dangerous zone. Please stay there." Steve Awose, 8 matches, 7 innings on his name. Oscar goes harder, straight on the ground.
And you can clearly see Steven doesn't like to change too many things about his bowling. If he finds a spot that works for him, he keeps it constantly pitching it around the same area. And that's why his figures are so good. 8 for 2. There are the amount of maximums and boundaries. Isai Niomugabo with 20 being the highest boundary scorer, and Martin Akaezu with 8 maximums to his name. 70 maximums have been hit throughout the tournament, and 167 boundaries have been hit throughout this RCA T10 2024. Power hitting has gone up a notch, and bigger numbers will be coming in hopefully very, very soon, because cricket is growing day by day here in a land of 1,000 hills. Sirajin Subuga, once again from the pavilion end, keeps it on the ground. Hard swing, but it will be just a single. And that's the tricky bit about the spinners. The variation of pace doesn't allow the batsman to understand at what pace the ball will be approaching them and how to time it. Plays it in the air, and that has been launched onto the mount. Powerfully struck by Gumisenge. Strong boy. Lovely flow of the bat. Got underneath it. Have a look at that. Free swing of the bat. Goes down on one knee and onto the mount.
This is what Zaid have been saying often. The quick it comes, the quicker it goes. That was a good execution from Daniel Gumisenge. Down the ground again, but also finds a protection there. Zappi protecting the ropes, not allowing it to get to the boundary. That was not bad comeback for Sludge and Subuga. Goes hard and up. It's going to be a 6. Maximum again. Look at this. I can't believe that. Oscar giving himself a room and pressing the ball into the right side region. Everyone is saying Kuba, Kuba, means hit it hard, hit it hard. Did you see?
Lovely execution, lovely flow of the bat. Two big maximums coming off this over. Spuga Siraj getting tonked onto the leg side by the youngsters. 18 runs. Final delivery of his spell. Connects another one, and that is another maximum on the mount there. Manishimwe Oscar is shifting gears here. Boy, oh boy, the sweet sound of the willow. Subuga Siraj has been launched for half a dozen. What a way to fight back by Manishimwe Oscar. He's on 25 of 18. Got down on one knee and sweetly connected once again.
Directly, Captain managed to change the strategy. Sludgy, from challengers, I thought that you are going to be challenging them, as your name says. But vice versa. This is cricket. Anytime things happen. The one coming into the attack is Zapi Menyimana from the national side, the opening bowler of national side. Zapi charging in to deliver his first ball. Placed that carefree in the covers region. We are now having back Oscar Manshimge, the monster.
It continues.
Oscar stepping out and placing it over the captain, Mustak. A beautiful innings and exciting innings from Oscar Manshimge comes to an end. He tries to go hard again, but unfortunately didn't manage to hit that enough to go all over the fielder.
Beautiful innings comes to an end. Put it in the slot there for him to hit. Went again, tried to go over covers this time. Couldn't get the elevation. Sairam Gopalan got his hands straight comfortably taken. The Zapibi Menyimana picks up a wicket and puts the pressure back onto the backs of Team IPRC here. Daniel Gumyusenge is still out there in the middle, hungry as ever, still trying to pile up runs here. Lays it down the ground. Ease protection. They pick up just a single. Excellent fielding in the deep. Quick hands by Nadir Mohammed. And also the placement of the fielders. Very wisely arranging Nadir at long on because he's a lefty. It's easier for him to pick up a ball coming into him and release it back. Plays it on the ground. Will pick up a single. It's not easy collecting run out wickets against IPRC unless there's really a massive miscommunication, which we saw in the previous game. But that happens once they start panicking. There you see the viewers and the fans there on the banks of Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. The youngsters watching these exciting finals of Duffobet RCA T10. We're done with 7 overs here, 56 runs on board, 3 wickets down. I must say, with the type of assault Challengers was under, they've maintained and fought back really well. Look at the figures of Zapibi Menyimana. Just 5 runs and 1 wicket he has picked up. Excellent, excellent fight back. And it shows the mental ability being the leading bowler of the Rwanda men's national side. He's letting Martin Akayezu know, I've got your back. You've got to provide the same energy from the opposite end. If I can give away just 5 runs, so can you. There's no need to try something extra. Just bowl line to line as the captain advised him. Rukundo, Pierre, strong, tall lad, back into the attack. One bounce into the hands of the third man for just a single. And again, it's because of the nature the of today's format. Two semi-finals were played earlier, and now in the afternoon we're witnessing the final of the RCA T10 men's. It almost seems like a deja vu because you almost saw all these players play recently in today's time frame. Swinging hard, but not a sweet connection. Keeps it down.
For the first time, avoid touching the ball. I was about to ask you, is Evod a fielder, batsman, or a bowler?
Evode is a permanent third man. Once again, lands short of the fielder there. And a poor throw. Would you believe it? They ran a double the when the ball was so close. Sloppy bit of work by the captain, Mustaq Mohammed there. Should have been an easy run out. Yes, the catch was a bit difficult. Wasn't impossible. It was difficult, I must say. But the run out was straightforward and should have been taken care of. A wide has been given. Martin Akayezu has to stay calm, take a breather, watch his lines, come back maybe with that deadly Yorker that he's known for, or the bumper, keep the batsman guessing. I wouldn't advise him to go for the bumper as Gumisenge is expecting it. He should rather go for the Yorker and challenge him at a thing that you know best.
Seems like telling we are telling him what to do, avoiding bumpers and delicately delivering them. He goes for uppercut and straight down the ground over behind the keeper, and also it goes all the way to the boundary for four. This is what you have been saying. Daniel was expecting this and delicately providing it on his hands. He goes straight down the ground again, straight to the long off. Look at that. This is what I have been saying. A single mistake will lead your team into troubles. Martin is now stressed, trying to make a good comeback. But this is cricket. You have to relax and think about what you're going to do and what it will be helping your team. Edged, edged and gone.
Revenge taken by Martin Akayezu gets a nick off the blade of Gumisenge and he's got to depart. His cameo comes to the end. 68 for the loss of 4 wickets now. Done with 8 overs, 2 overs remaining. How much more damage can they do? Let's wait and find out.
Kiliza Emir's day. New incoming Batman. 68 matches, 52 innings, 478 runs, 35 being the highest. No half century on his back. Now you can see the difference. In the morning, the pitch was wet and the ball tended to be wrist bouncy, but now the field is well set, so the balls are bouncing. Look at that. He tries to sneak that, but unfortunately, Zappi was around to stop it. Zappi charging in. That was a good left from Rukundo, but also only 1 over and 3 balls to go. Zappi having 89 wickets on his name in 94 innings have played. Rukundo stepping out and Zappi knocks him off.
Coming towards the back end, the business end of the innings here. Challengers picking up the wickets, half of the side back into the dugout for just 68 runs. Quick and straight and full by Zapi Bimenyimana. Those are figures you do not buy in a supermarket. 5 for 2. He's still left with 3 more legal deliveries here. Abimbabazi Loic. Now joining Rukiriza Emil. Zapibi Minimana, 95 matches, 94 innings, 83 wickets to his name. Best figures of 3 for 14, 3 wicket hauls, 6 of them. Economy of 5.93. Astounding bowler he is for the run and side and team challenges.
That was a single miss. Zappi showing experience to the young boys. The same ball. This is what we mean by saying experience, being consistent. Zappi coming for his rust ball. It goes hard up in the air. My goodness, can't believe that Martin dropped that. I can't believe that one of the sharp fielders, skilled fielders, is now dropping. Look at that again. Look at it. Martin taking it. Unfortunately, the ball goes down. Could have been 5 of 3. Martin is nowadays used to drop catches. Coming back to the rest over of the innings, Muhammad Nadil, one of the economical bowlers in this country, not only in the country but also in the region, setting his field well, making sure that the fielders are in proper positions, and also having the tall lad on the crease, Emir Kidiza. Emir goes hard, and that's the maximum. That is the maximum. We have seen this in the previous years. Emir standing and delivering. Now the score on the board is 76. 5 wickets down. Is Emir going to carry his team through? Let's see. Now they're charging in. My goodness, look at that turn. Look at that comeback. I was expecting it to be a wide, but Nadil is a clever boy. He's a clever man. He knows what he's doing and what is going to be helping his team. Having the short man, the short lad on the strike. I've said that he's the shortest, but not the easiest. He's a powerful, stepping out and playing the ball all the way to cow corner and finding a protection there. Eric Nyomgabo is the protector on the rope. The projected score is 82 runs. 3 more deliveries to go. Waiting on that. And waiting on that, waiting for it. But unfortunately, there is no connection. There's no proper connection. Emil is not looking for a single. He's not looking for a double. He's not looking for a triple. He's just looking for maximums. He also goes hard straight down the ground. In between two fielders. Can't believe this. Can't believe this, I'm telling you. Martin was there. Zafi Menyman was there. Look at it. The poor communication, poor timing, also poor result. The effort of Zapi ends in vain. Can't believe what Emil is doing. Switching up in positions. Last ball of the innings coming up. We are now having the shortest and the tallest in the team. Muhammad Nadil having 43 wickets in for 2 innings. Swing and miss. Complaining to be a wide. That was a good way to finish the innings in the stylish manner. Iprc Kigali Cricket Club posting 82 runs, 5 wickets down. Isainium Gabo 13 runs of 8. Manshunge Oscar 27. Muchod Senge Eme only 1 run out of 3 balls. Gumyusenge Daniel 22 of 15. Kundo Jean Pierre 2 of 5. Doso Rukiriza Emile 11 runs out of 5 balls, and Abim Babazi Neza Loic 3 runs out of 4 balls. With the only 3 extras. You see, their partnership was not too bad, but they didn't manage to post 100 on the name of their club. We have challengers now. Muhammad Nadir 2 overs, 20 runs, no wicket. Martin Akayezu 2 overs, 23 runs were considered. Steve Wabose 2 overs, 80 runs were considered under 2 wickets with an economy of 4. Suraj Nsubuga all the way from Uganda 2 overs, 24 runs with an economy of 12. Zapi Menyimana, the finisher, 2 overs, 7 runs, 2 wickets with economy of 3. That was a good spare. Challengers will be needing 83 runs in 10 overs to take away the trophy from Iprc. Stay tuned, very shortly we'll be back for the run chase. Welcome back to the run chase. It's the second innings of the finals. First innings, Iprc posting 82 runs in 10 overs, and now it is the second innings being the Rust Challengers. Been we need 83 runs to win this game. Eric starts with a quick hit and a strong hit. Eric Nyamgabo starting his innings with a boundary identical to the first innings. We have been saying that he's the unluckiest, but today he's trying to put something huge on the table for his team, fighting and challenging his opponent. It's Eric Nyamgabo with Martin Akayesu, the hard hitter, the strong boy, strong shoulder and strong arms. Look at that again. That was an inside edge and straight to the first slip, but also managing to sneak a run there.
Excellent start to the innings, identical. Very well said, Enoch. Isai knocked a boundary off the first ball, and so did Eric Mugawa. Martin Akayezu, 116 matches, 98 innings, 1400 runs to his name, 66 being his highest. Facing Eric Kubimana. Charging in from the pavilion end. And chops him on. Massive, massive wicket. A massive swing. Hits the willow and hits the timber. A golden duck for Martin Akayezu in the finals of Duffabet RCA T10 2024. Pressure earlier on.
This is cricket. What they have posted in the first innings is not something, it's not much. So Martin made a mistake of pressuring himself up, trying to cross bat that. And unfortunately, he ends up putting the ball into the stump. Hard luck. In the first game, we have seen Martin going for a scoop, and unfortunately, the ball hits the stump. And also, in this innings, it goes the same way, trying to cross bat and edging it, and also putting it into the stump.
It's called chopped on. You chop it onto your stumps, and that's exactly what Martin Akayezu did, trying to create room outside off stump. And now the left hand right hand combination. You've got Steve Wamboze, keeps it on the ground, nowhere to go. And the finger has been raised. Stephen Wamboze has to depart. It's all happening out there in the middle. Challengers losing two back to back wickets here. Miscommunication. Eric Nyomugabo has just run out Stephen Wamboze here.
That here I can say that Challengers has been challenged by IPRC And also you have seen this in the Rust edition. Iprc taking away the trophy from Challengers. Look at that. Placing it straight to the captain, and captain, look at that poor communication. Eric saying no.
I'd love to see that on replay once again. It was a tricky call, and if it was a bit slowed down, it would be easier for the viewers to see as well. Let's see that run out once again. Tight call there.
Eric charging in again. Didier stepping out and placing it down the Lakeside region.
And a boundary it is. The flow of runs continue despite losing early wickets here. Have a look at that. Full flow of the bat onto the leg side. Sweet boundary for Challengers Cricket Club. At the moment, the question is just closing that gap between the runs required and the balls remaining. The gap is currently sitting at 22 as a difference. If they can cut it down with a few boundaries here and there, with a few maximums, like we saw in the first innings, Eric Kubwimana, 44 matches, 38 innings, 45 wickets to his name. Again, so close to the stumps there. There's something happening there. The batsman not getting hold of it. We come to a very exciting end of the first over. Everything happening in there. Starting off with a boundary and 2 wickets back to back. 9 runs on board. 74 needed in 64 balls. Can see the spectators there on the mount enjoying. Can see a couple of Indorwa family members and teammates having a picnic session. Vicky Prajapati, Ritik, all there on the mount. They were part of the semi-finals earlier on today, and now enjoying their afternoon watching the finals, as well as a couple of Indian snacks. The ladies, the families coming over with the children. Beautiful to see. The IPRC boys have the fighting spirit, the fight till the very last ball, and so do the Challengers side. It's a well-deserved final for all the viewers that have been following Rwanda Cricket Association T10 tournament. Zirahanga Francois bowling tight lines there with an awkward sort of bounce with a new cherry in hand. Not easy to deal with. However, they rotate the strike there.
Didier goes hard down the Lakeside region. Unfortunately, goes all the way for boundary.
Yeah, a boundary it is. Fortune favoring the brave. Didier, his heart was in his mouth for some time, and clumsy bit of fielding there by the fielder. How costly will that catch be for Team IPRC? Jersey number 10 would have tasted a wicket here, but it goes down in vain. Didier survives, keeps it on the ground, nowhere to go. Followed it up with a dot delivery. That is exactly the fighting spirit that I was talking about.
Rohangaje charging in. They steps out and sneak that. He places it to mid on position. And Daniel was not ready enough to throw it back. Changing the fielding positions. Kaukona coming in and extra cover going out. That was a wide delivery. Umpire indicating a wide sign. I can see that challengers are on the track. Required run rate 8 runs, and also the current run rate is 8 runs. Leaving the ball. Can't believe that Blaise Lomio is not hurt because of that ball. Zirangaje. Away the river again. I don't know the reason why Erua, the wicketkeeper, is not trying to help his team with that, letting the ball pass by.
Something here really needs to be done. A sense of sensible cricket being played between Eric Numugaba and Didier. Rotating strike with the singles. We come to the end of the second over, 20 runs on board. The run rate is very okay, Enoch. It's just those early wickets, especially Stevens' wicket. We were lucky enough to see, there you see Charles Haba with Tugger Dennis having a snack, having a meal, as anybody can come have here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. Come enjoy the pilau, the rice, the chicken, or as they call it in the local language, nyama choma, grilled meat, all available here at Gahanga International Cricket Stadium. And of course, we've got a cafe for the coffee fanatics and Something for everyone. A bar as well in the main pavilion, alongside with a balcony view overlooking hundreds of hills, besides the playing field of cricket in the heart of Africa. Slashes it hard onto the ground and pick up just a single. The runs are coming. The current run rate is at 10.2, while the required is at 7. So all they need to do is sustain this partnership and keep pushing the singles and doubles, and they're more than okay. The runs have been got. Tried to play with the soft hands over there. Ends up with a dot delivery there by Iradukunda Michel. Identical views we had this time around last year. These two sides taking on each other. It's always a very neck to neck competition. Misses it completely. And Didier makes it back into the crease safely. Michael felt like he got a feather to it as it went into the gloves of the keeper. Didier, the youngster, just needs to settle down. He's got the skills, he's got the temperament, he just needs to calm down if he's to connect the ball sweetly and getting full value out of his shots here. Plays it down the ground. It'll be just a single. And it's always challenging playing against IPRC because the fielders are so quick onto the field. It's never easy running those doubles. Extremely rare to see 3 runs coming from the side of Team IPRC's fields. Slash is hard. Will that beat the third man fielder? No, it won't. They're running hard. And they pick up 2 runs comfortably here. Which they can beat.
He goes hard in the same direction again, but fortunately, it goes all over the boundary, and it's the maximum, first maximum on his name. Look at that. Use of feet and use of the wrist over the rope.
Yeah, just using the pace of the bowler and just angling the bat, opening the face at the very last moment with the power on offer, just a little bit of elevation and goes over the boundary ropes. Raduguna ending his first over with 10 runs. The captain has gifted away 10 runs. That is a massive blow, I must say. And the net run rate is at 10.33. Required is at 7.4. So you can say Challengers is moving very healthily at the moment. 31 for the loss of 2 wickets here in 3 overs.
And yesterday, we have had a friendly game between national team players, and Elik, being the luckiest, have managed to post 40 runs plus. Also today is now having 16 off 8. Didier playing that straight to the captain, and captain makes no mistake, stopping that, throwing it back to the keeper. Blaze charging in, and Elik goes, but not hard enough. Straight to long on. Trying to sneak a run and missing the ball. Pitched shortly, and Eric saying yes and sneaking a single run. Eric cut that away, Parfrey. Zirahangaje giving all of his efforts. Unfortunately, it doesn't end in vain. I like the dedication and the winning spirit from Iprc Kigali Cricket Club players, helping each other. Fix that away, straight to the corner position. Four overs down, but 7 runs, 2 wickets down. There you can see the spectators enjoying the game, enjoying the run race of the last innings, the finals. You see, at this stage of the game, Challengers was at 20. Well, now Challengers, I mean IPRC was at 20, and now Challengers are on 31. Big difference. Emir coming into the attack. We have seen last time Eric Nyomga was smashing him away. Sing and miss. Sing and miss. You can see that Emir is making a good comeback. But 5 more deliveries to go. Let us see. Eric, he goes straight down the ground, straight to Isainium Gabo, down there on the rope at Rongon. Isai not allowing the ball to go to the boundary, not allowing it to go all over the rope. Emir trying to set his field and making sure that fielders are in proper position. 45 runs required in 34 balls. DJ stepping out. But Emir keeping it tight and not allowing Didier to go anywhere. The fielder in the covers. He goes for a sweep. Loud appeal, but umpire is not interested. That was a pad sweep, not bad sweep. Two more deliveries to go of this over, the fifth one, and it's Eric Nyamgawa back on the strike, giving a full delivery. Eric goes up in the air, chance of being taken, and Michael taking the catch comfortably. Look at that. Look at the celebration. Eric walking back to the pavilion. 21 runs off 13 balls. Eric very well played. That was what he was supposed to do. Look at that. Going on his front foot. But unfortunately, it was not hit hard enough to go all over to the boundary. Iprc getting together and celebrating that wicket of Eric Yamagawa. Guess the man who is coming in. The long handle, the hard hitter, and one of the quickest in the region, Zape Menyimana, the opening batter of the national side. Zape walking in, finding Didier. They are not out on the crease. Didier having the strike rate of 100. And Zapi, the long handle, the hard hitter, the one who loves to hit spin very hard, trying to place it straight to Sadman, but unfortunately he misses it. 5 overs down. 44 runs required in 31 balls. You see that at this stage of the game, Iprc was not in the same condition and in the same situation. Bringing back Dindro, Blaze into the attack. Pitched it shorter, and Didier places it to extra covers region. That was it from the first delivery of this over. Only one single run conceded under. Having now Zape on the crease. Edged it and goes all the way to the boundary. Is it going to win the race? No, doesn't. Zape coming for the second run comfortably. Only 5 overs to go. My goodness, I can't believe that. Look at the deliveries. This boy is boarding to Zape. They know that once you toss it, it is not going to come back in the field. He tries to go hard again. Straight to mid wicket position. And unfortunately, they only concede one run from that delivery. Look at that effort, that dedication, that timing. Can see that now we are having under 19 captain Confiance Rukundo. Last time he was reading the team while it was fighting against MCC. Goes for a sweep.
"39 runs needed in 24 deliveries. 6 overs have gone by. The score reads 44 for the loss of 3 wickets here. Didier on 15 of 16. Zabibi Menyimana 3 of 4. The strike rate needs to be bumped up if the chase is to be completed successfully here. Rukiriza Emil, who's picked up a wicket in his previous over, has given away just 2 runs. Coming in for his second over from the pavilion end. Connects that onto the leg side. Will be just a single. Long levers of Zapi, not getting some timing on it. Takes a shimmy and goes over the fielder for half a dozen. Beautiful looking shot. Didier goes downtown for a maximum. What a shot. A shot of confidence. Straight bat. Have a look at that. Easy as you like it. The fielder not so tall. Couldn't get anywhere close to it. That should be a bump of confidence in Didier's artillery. And again, Rukiriza Emil not delivering on that occasion. It's a cat and mouse game going on between Didier and Emil at the moment. You miss, I hit. That's the way it is. Plays it onto the leg side for just a single. Excellently executed there. 32 needed in 22 balls. One big over here could change the course of the game.
Zapi goes hard up and a chance of being taken. My goodness, it is dropped. Zirahangaje was not ready. Didn't see that coming. And cricket is all about being concentrated and focused. Look at that. Didier being there, being aggressive. Look at that. The way they are running, the way they are dropping, the way they are pressing the ball straight to the fielders and they sneak a run.
Excellently done. Excellent cricket all around. Excellent fielding, excellent bowling, and excellent batting. Just drop and run there. Very well executed by Didier. Zapi can hit a few out of the park, but when does he bring that game in? And again, his wicket here could be a big wicket. Connects that and puts some rockets on that. It's got wings on it all the way. An upper decker for half a dozen. Zapi Bimenyimana, the long levers, have landed. My oh my, that is a big hit, the biggest of the day. Excellently connected. There you can see the dugout just telling him, hang in there, take your time, connect it, watch the ball throughout. 23 runs now needed in 18 balls. The gap is closing. This game is going to be a nail biter. The type of finals all the fanatics and all the viewers would love to watch. The game is on here. If Zappi connects a few more of those, it's in the bag. There you can see a team hurdle coming in for Team Iprc. After that one big hit, can see the tense faces. Emil Rukiriza has been clobbered to maximums in that over. He ends his quota of overs with 18 for 1 after 2 overs. 7 overs have been completed here, 60 runs on board, 3 wickets down. His team challenges. But the strongness, the strength of Challengers side is that majority of their players are all-rounders and the bat really deep. The batting lineup is very deep in Challengers. Cricket, like any other sport, is a game of timing. Lovely. And that will race away to another boundary. Gets a thick outside edge. It races away. Rukundo bowling way outside off stump there. Full flourish of the bat by Didier and gets a thick outside edge that races away fine of the third man. Starts off with a boundary. Didier seems to be in the mood now, shifting gears, both of them, Didier and Zappi. 27 on board. Once again, this time guides it. And now we've got Zappi Bimenyimana, the big man on strike, the danger man. They're trying to keep it away from his arc. Long levers, as they call them. If you put it in the slot, he can take you a mile. Pace bowlers do tend to hit it far, far away. Again, and wide it is. The plan is simple there by Rukundo Pierre. He's trying to bowl closer to that wide line. "17 runs now needed in 16 balls. Excellent running between the wickets. There's still yet another single. And the pressure is coming along. It's going down to the wire here at Gahanga. 15 in 15. It's all about who cracks first, who makes the first mistake. 28 of 21 is Didier. Plays it down the ground. They're running and they're running hard. And they come back for 2 runs comfortably. Excellent running by Zappi Bimenyimana. He knew he had to come back for a double, so he took off the first run extremely fast. Rotating and coming back, easing the pressure. 14 in 14 now. A boundary here could be so costly. A wicket here could be so costly. Goes over. It's racing away. Would you believe it? What a shot Didier plays a scoop and plays it at a clutch moment, a clutch shot at a clutch moment. What a shot by Didier, using the pace of the bowler, just ramping him all the way to the boundary line. We've got to feel for the bowler here. He tried everything he was told to, but the execution is second to none by Didier. 34 of 23 deliveries. I told you a boundary here would be very costly. 10 runs in 13 balls. A slower ball and a wide it is. And the run. 3 runs this. It's early Christmas for Team Challengers here. 8 runs needed in 13 balls. What a knock these two are playing out. A quick ball just takes a dab and a single it is. Easy as you like it. The frustration can be seen through the body language of the Team Iprc players. The heads and shoulders are dropping. Have a look at that crowd, the youngsters cheering in support, cheering every beautiful shot being played here at the finals of RCA Dafabet T10 Men's 2024. Youngsters, have a look at that crowd there. Two overs remaining. The score is on 76 for the loss of 3 wickets here. 7 runs needed in the final 12 legal deliveries here. Iradukunda, Michael, and knocks him over. How big is this wicket for Team IPRC? Zabi Bimenyimana has to depart. He's been knocked over, but he's done his part. And the next man in is the captain himself. Mushtaq Mohammed walks out to the middle. Jersey number 4. Zabi could have been there and could have finished it. He tried to hit that a long way and misses it completely. He's done his part. That little cameo was so needed for Team Challengers to find themselves in such a position here. Team IPRC fighting back. The captain picking up a wicket off the first delivery of the over. Mushtaq Mohammed, the captain, walking out to the middle. What does he have to offer? He hasn't faced a ball, hasn't faced a single delivery. Even in the semi-finals, he didn't get a chance to hold a bat. But now, here he is, 7 runs away from victory. Swing and a miss. Oh boy. Dotted deliveries and wickets here will not do it for Team Challengers. IPRC loving every bit of this. Jersey number 49, the captain to captain. Swing and a miss once again. Challengers won the toss and elected to field first. Two back-to-back dots by the captain. And plays it down the ground. And they pick up a single. Now 6 runs is the difference. And that is the man they need on strike. Didier is the man to be on strike. Take control. Carry the bat through. Mushtaq Mohammed, the captain, faced 3 deliveries, picked up a single. How important was that single? 2 deliveries left here. Gets a thick outside edge once again. It's racing away. And it... Really well done. Really well done. And a no ball it is. A free hit it is. Gets a thick outside edge. What a role this shot has played in today's innings. 36 off 24. A no ball bowled by Iradukunda Jean-Michel. Criminal at this point. 3 runs needed. Hits it powerfully. And a fumble it is, and running back for a double. They make it comfortably. With that, the scores are level. 7 deliveries left officially in this game. Will this be the end of the game here? Let's wait and find out. All the players are being called in, trying to avoid a single. And connected onto the leg side. Celebrations for Team Challengers. What a shot. What a performance. What a player. Didier, 38 of 25 deliveries. Single-handedly takes a side down. An assault comes to completion. Challengers lift the RCA T10 2024 trophy here at Gahanga. Challengers win by 6 wickets. There we have a scorecard. 21 runs off 14 deliveries with 1 boundary and 1 maximum. Eric Neomogaba, Martin Akayezu, a golden duck. Unfortunate for him. Stephen Wamboze, another run out. Golden duck. We've got Didier Ndikubimana, the sole warrior. 39 of 26 with 4 boundaries and 1 maximum. Zabibi Menyimana, what a handy cameo he played. 13 runs coming off 10 deliveries. And very calmly and peacefully dealt with the captain in the end. What a player. 9 extras being provided by Team Iprc in the second innings. And a successful run chase. Most expensive being Rukundo Jean-Pierre, 1 over, 16 runs coming off it. Economy of 16. With the best bowler being Rindiro Blaze Romeo, 2 overs, 3 dots, 11 runs. With an economy of 5.5. Iradukunda Jean-Michel, 2 overs, 5 dots, 17 runs, 1 wicket, economy of 8.5. 9 extras being bowled there. And what a run chase this has been. They are the star performers. Manishima Oscar, 27 off 21, 22 off 15. Gumi saying it, Daniel. Challengers here winning by 6 wickets. We'll join you shortly for the post-match presentation. Signing out is Zaid Khan.